Good morning, Grand Ecosystem. Good morning, stakeholders in the system. Good morning, CEOs. Good morning, grant handlers of different grants and categories in Nigeria. Good morning, subscribers of grants. Good morning, leaders. Good morning, everyone concerned in grant ecosystem in Nigeria. Today is the 4th of January 2025. I remain your brother and friend, Reverend Moses from Abuja. The time check is some few minutes to 12. I come your way this morning to address certain issues that emanated from different quarters in Grand Ecosystem and the New Year. To start with, last time I addressed my colleagues concerning this grant, and I caution the issue of people coming out to speak on behalf of organizations that are not authorized to speak or to talk. But it seems as if some people gave deaf ears, and because of gaining relevance, they continue coming up to talk. This morning, I was privileged to dabble on a voice note of one Mrs. Ngozi Israel, who was preaching and trying to quarrel some people and address the impatience of Nigerians. I rather see that voice note as provocative. I see the voice note as irrelevant. I see the voice note as stimulating annoyance. Ngozi Israel some time ago spoke that by the 24th of December, all stakeholders, which she's inclusive, will be collecting this money and will be using it. After a while, Ngozi Israel, when the post was going to be shifted, she promulgated a theory of moving the grants from on the 24th of December to the 31st of December, and she claims a good knowledge of what is going on, not just from her NGO, but even in CBN. This is what Ngozi Israel has made everybody to believe. When it was about 31st of December, Ngozi Israel came to say that it was going to be at midnight. And then today, Ngozi Israel is preaching righteousness and holiness in Grand Ecosystem and impatient and tolerance, and that Nigerians are not patient. Nigerians are not patient in churches, in filling stations. And I feel irritative to ask what is the definition of patience and for how long does patience last, and what are the ingredients of patience. Grant subscription started from 2015-16, and the ecosystem continued to exist for today is about 10 years. Some of us who dabbled into it 8-9 years ago have endured all manners of insult, have endured all manners of pains, have endured all manner of losses. I believe it is no longer a story that some CEOs have passed on into eternity, patiently waiting for this grant that never came or has not come. Subscribers, many uncounted subscribers have died, many people frustrated, many people sent away from their homes, many people sent away from their facilities because of loan collected from microfinance banks or commercial banks. Many people were taken captive because of loan vendors here and there. Many people were beaten, many people were assassinated. We see pictures coming up because of this grant. And I want to ask Ngozi Israel, how long again do you expect Nigerians to be patient to get what is due to them? People coming up on grant ecosystem to release voice notes to say things that are not realistic has become the norm in grant ecosystem. I was talking on one of the platform and I say lies is getting married to the truth. Lies becomes the husband and truth becomes the wife. Of course, no matter how long lies have existed, the little truth will surface one day. We know very well that we may not be correct. It is also possible that we don't have what it takes now, but one day the truth may filter up and then we will know the real truth. Because according to Apostle Ken Wakama, Prof, he said, nobody is innocent in the grant ecosystem. End of quote. Having heard that, we discover that those who continue to give a lot of hopes are people who might have sold clusters, people who might have collected people's money, and they continue to give, hype them, continue to give hope. Well, according to Ngozi Israel, somebody was pressuring her because she collected 120,000 from them to register their clusters. In her voice note, she also noted that OCG had wanted to collect 300,000 before he will register her NGO. That is to tell you that most people that comes up to hype and give voice note or write-ups of is today, is tomorrow, don't worry, it will happen, are cluster vendors who have sold clusters to Nigerians without fear, without repercussion. They sold bundles and clusters and registration of NGOs, and the only way to keep them going is to give them hope that does not exist anywhere except within their confines. They come out to tell you that God is doing it, affirmative is loading, they are going to do it, it is going to be tomorrow. Watch out. These are the characteristics. Anybody you see them giving Nigerians hopes of tomorrow, next week, last week, next week, there are people who have sold or are involved in financial dealings that are shady in grant ecosystem. They continue to give Nigerians false hope that have not seen the light of the day. Fellow Nigerians, men and brethren, 2025, January. What is our hopes of receiving this grant? What is our hopes? Should we continue like this aimlessly without a definite date of when this money is going to be received? Should we continue believing the lies? Should we continue to believe the hypings? Should we continue to believe the preachers, the prophets in grant ecosystem that have turned out to be liars? The Bible says if a prophet prophesies and it does not come to pass, he's a false prophet. I don't know. Grant ecosystem have had the proliferation of prophets and devotional vendors here and there, people decreeing things in the grant ecosystem, decreeing that this month will work, and they're shamelessly decreeing and decreeing and decreeing. In Israel, any prophet that prophesies and it does not come to pass receive a death sentence. If that is applicable, I want to imagine how many prophets have been decreeing and declaring disbursement this week and it will come and it has not come. That means God has not spoken to them. They decree and declare those declarations based on their assertions and assumptions, and these things have not come to play. If we are to go by Israeli law, these people are supposed to be sentenced to death. But these same shameless prophets and people who decree continue to decree from one week to the other. without minding what their decree has no result. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians and my patriots in Nigeria, God will answer us. God has answered us, and God will answer us. I reliably gathered this morning that it won't be long. This money will get into our accounts. I reliably gathered that very soon, based on a time frame of between now and next weekend, Nigerians should be smiling here and there. I don't want to be specific, but because of a certain assertion, and it's a particular event that will happen on or before Friday, disbursement should have been concluded in all quarters. I want to encourage all of us that are involved in the system, don't die, stay alive. We've been failed here and there, but just this 1 week, if you follow my voice note, I don't have people. If you follow my voice note, I discuss issues, I don't quarrel with people. I want you to be encouraged, believing God that within 1 week from now, you'll be celebrating to your banks. God bless you and good morning. I remain your brother and friend, Reverend Moses from Abuja. Once again, good morning.